In this class, we will learn about integers. In the previous class, you would have heard about the whole numbers. Let us see how the whole numbers look on a number line. So this 0 is the smallest whole number. There is no such thing as the greatest whole number, because if you think 1 billion is the greatest, then what about 1 billion plus 10? Or if you think it is 1 zillion, then what about 1 zillion plus 10? So there is no such thing as the greatest whole number. The smallest whole number is 0. So integers means whole numbers and the negative numbers together. Just like the positive numbers are written on the right side of 0, we will extend this number line towards the left and start writing the negative numbers. And notice here that as we go towards the right, the values keep on increasing. And as we go towards the left, the values will keep on decreasing. Right? If you see 3 less than 4, 2 less than 3. So as you keep on coming here, the values will keep on decreasing. Notice that 0 is neither positive nor negative. And 1 is the smallest positive integer and minus 1 is the greatest negative integer. So now, why do we need negative integers? Our life is going on well without negativity, right? So what do we need this for? What this sign gives us is that it gives us a direction of the number we are writing. For example, suppose I am running a business and I made a profit. So I can denote the profit by plus 100 rupees. And suppose I had a loss. Then I can denote it by writing minus 200 rupees, which means I had a loss of minus 200. So just like that in temperature, if the temperature is really hot, we can write it like plus 30 degrees Celsius. And in like really cold places like say Switzerland or all, there you can use minus, like minus 10 degrees Celsius. Similarly, the height of the buildings we can use plus. For example, suppose this is the sea level, we denote the sea level with 0. So anything which is above the sea level, we use plus. So a building is plus 200 centimeter. And suppose a fish is swimming below. So suppose it is swimming here. Then that we can write as minus 1 kilometer. So the height is plus and the depth is minus. Now let us see how to add, subtract, multiply and divide these integers. So suppose I am running a business and first I make a profit of 100 rupees, then again a profit of 25. Then totally I will have a profit of 125. This is just simple addition which you have learnt in earlier classes, right? It does not have a sign, which means it is plus. Now what if I had loss? Minus 100. First I lost 100 rupees, then again I lost 25 rupees. So what does this mean? For one, it means that I am very bad at what I am doing and I need to find another job. Other than that, it means that totally there has been a loss of minus 25. So that is what we do. If the two numbers are positive, add, put the positive sign. If both the numbers are negative, add, put the negative sign. Now what if one is positive and the other one is negative? Then we subtract and put the sign of the greater number. That is minus 100 plus 25. We subtract, put the sign of the greater number. But here, again, if it does not have any sign, it means plus. So what do? We subtract and put the sign of the greater number. So this is how we add and subtract the integers. Both are positive, add positive sign. Both are negative, add, put negative sign. If one is positive and one is negative, subtract, put the sign of the greater number. Now it's easy with two numbers. What if we have 3 or 4 numbers? Then what do? So what we do here is, here we have 5 numbers. So what we do here is put all the negative numbers together and then group all the positive numbers together. When you are writing down, just put a small tick to make sure you have written all the numbers. Minus 100, minus 100. See, minus, the sign comes in the before the number, right? Minus 10, we have written minus 10 here. Minus 30. So we have got all the numbers. So we have 3 negative numbers. What do? We add, put the minus sign. Okay. And 2 positive numbers. What do? Add and put the positive sign. Right? So now we have 2 numbers. Now what do? Subtract and put the sign of the greater number. Right? So that's what we do. If we have too many numbers with too many plus and minus floating all over the place, what we do? We group all the negative numbers together, add them, put the negative sign. All the positive numbers together, add, put the positive sign. Then subtract and put the sign of the greater number. Now this is 3 or 4 numbers coming together. What if 2 signs come together? Then which one do we choose? I'll show you an example for that. Now here minus 10, that's fine. It just has one sign, minus 10. What about this? If you have a plus and a minus together, then what do? Then remember that 2 negatives or any even number of negatives gives a positive sign and an odd number of negatives gives a negative sign. So here there is only one negative. So this total thing with plus and minus, it becomes minus. So this is actually minus 2. The answer being minus 12. But minus minus becomes plus. Here minus 7 is as it is. Minus 7. Minus minus becomes plus. So it is plus 3 and the answer is minus 4. I will show you one more example. Again, minus of minus becomes plus. Right? And one more example. Plus and minus, it is minus. This is all. So now let us go to the multiplication and the division of integers. So now, how do we multiply integers? Forget about the sign. First multiply 4 and 3, write 12. And remember, an even number of negative integers, their product will give a positive number. I will just write it down. Product of So even number of negative numbers will give a positive number. Again see, there is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 negative numbers. It is even, right? So the numerical value will be 4 into 5 into 2 into 1. You can first write that down. So that will be 40. But the sign will be positive. What if it is an odd number of negative numbers? That will give a negative integer. this? Just 1. Just 1, right? So therefore it will be minus 40. So this is how the multiplication of the integers works. So just forget about the sign. First write the numerical value, then you can worry about the sign. First write the numerical value here and then see how many negative signs are there. If it is even, then the answer will be positive. If it is odd, as in here, the answer will be negative. Okay. So if we divide two positive numbers, the answer will be positive. If we divide two negative numbers, again even number of negative numbers, right? Again the answer will be positive. So 10 divided by 2 is the same as minus 10 divided by minus 2. Both of them give a positive answer. Now what if one number is positive and the other number is negative? In both the cases the answer will be negative. Whether it is minus 10 divided by 2 or 10 divided by minus 2. In both the cases, the answer will be minus 5. Now, we have seen all of this separately. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, all of that we have seen separately. What if all of that comes together in the same question? Then we will see what to do. So now you see it has all the operations. It has subtraction, it has division, it has multiplication. Then we apply what is known as the BODMAS rule. So first we remove the brackets, then the division, then the multiplication, then the addition, and then the subtraction. So first thing, remove the brackets. Keep rest of it as it is. This brackets here means multiplication. This 10 divided by 2 is 5. And then after division what do we have? We have multiplication. There. So after this we know how to proceed, right? We group all the positive numbers together and group all the negative numbers together. Then we have so 16 minus 11 will be 5. Then 11 minus 16 will be minus 5. So this is how we do. We use the BODMAS rule. If all of these come together, then this is how we proceed. Now the last section in this integers is to locate numbers on the number line. Let us draw the number line. So how do we do that? In the middle comes 0 and to the right all the positive numbers and then to the left all the negative numbers. Now, what about minus 2 plus 3? So, we know what the answer is, right? So, if one number is negative and the other is positive, we will subtract and put the sign of the greater number. So, the answer will be 1. We know that. But how do we find that answer in the number line? What we do is that first locate the first number, minus 2. Locate that here. There it is. Then, plus always means you go towards the right. Minus means you come towards the left. So here it is plus. So plus 3. So you go 3 places to the right. So we start from here 1, 2, 3. So this is our answer. Now let us see one more example. So this again we know what the answer is, right? 5 minus 4 will be 1. So that means 4 minus 5 will be minus 1. We know that for sure. But how do we do that in the number line? Locate the first number. Where is the first number? The first number is 4. Locate that in the number line. Here it is. Then minus. Minus means what? Always you come to this side. You come to the left side. How much left do you have to go? You have to go 5 places. So you start from 4, go this way 5 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we have come to our answer. Right? Just one more example. What about this? We start with minus 2 and then minus. So minus means which direction do we go? If it is plus, we go towards the right. If it is minus, we go towards the left. So how much do we have to go? 3 places. So 1, 2, 3. This is the answer. So that's it. With this we come to the end of the lesson. In the next lesson, inshallah, we will see about the properties, the commutative property, the associative property and all. Till we meet again, stay safe.